you were better off in a church than being part of the conscious community. I said it. Yo, this is totally relevant. I was listening to Velvet, ex-Carbonation member, was the wife of Nature Boy, right? I was listening to this video that she was doing with another ex-Carbonation member, right? And she was like, yeah, remember the time when the toilet bowl broke? And the ex-Carbonation member was like, yeah, I remember that time he broke the toilet with your head. And so I just paused. I was like, hold on. Maybe I was hearing things. So I pushed it back, rewinded it, and then played it again. And she said it again. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then they started going, on and on and on about the time when Nature Boy used Velvet Head to break the toilet bowl. And I was just like shocked. And they kept on going on and on of these horrific stories, and I was just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, not taking heed. I used to be a part of a cult. You all know I was part of the Nubians, right? But the things that I went through was from afar. I wasn't part of the Nubian cult, like living on the land. I never lived on the land. The reason why I never lived on the land is because let's just be real, I saw how people lived there. And I could never be a part of that. The brothers slept in the barn. People slept on, were in trailer homes. I just was like, nah, that's not me. You got me for now. You understand? Like, I'll give you my money. I'll go out there and propagate the books and all the comic books that you have. But I'm not going but so far in this cult, right? But there have been so many people. There's so many stories, regardless of whether it was if you're an ex-Nubian or whether you're an ex-Carbonation member. I mean, cults, fake leaders, prophet preachers, Profit, and poverty pimps have been here for years, ever since the dinosaurs existed. And they're not going anywhere. And the reason why is because there's always someone that has to believe in something else other than themselves, theirselves. That plain and simple. There are so many people out here that are lost, and they truly believe that one person can save them. They have that savior complex. Like they have to rely on an outside source in order to save them. That they really truly believe that they can't save themselves. And I'm glad that I have broken that spell. And that now I know that the only person that can bail me out of any problems or situations that I'm in is me. That's it. I know the pulpit, let me take that back. I know the churches are being filled now. I know that Nature Boy is definitely recruiting mad members because people are saying to themselves, this is the end of the world, and I have to find somebody that has answers. I know the membership of the Sabians, or rather Nubians, are going up because people truly feel that this is the end of the world and that the coronavirus is going to attack us and kill us. So we gotta find somebody that has answers, or rather that will lie to you, because that's what they're doing. I've never seen a ship. When I was part of the cult, calling the Nubian Nation, I never saw a ship. I never saw aliens. I've never seen any of these things or witnessed any of these things that Dr. York wrote in his comic books. Never. Nature Boy professes that he is the Christ. How? How are you going to get us out of our situation where you have a complex? Meaning that you don't know whether you want to have sex with men or women. And that in reality, you prefer to have sex with men that dress up like women. How are you a savior again? Well, you don't even know what you want to do. You're confused who you want to be with. Plain and simple. And these are the people that we run to. You run to the preachers, the prophet preachers. And I know what you're all about to say. Well, Langston, didn't you say in the very beginning of this video that you were better off in church than in the conscious community? Yes. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, yeah, you giving your 10%, you giving them, whatever money that you want to give them, free offering or whatever have you. But you're not getting your ass beat. I've never went to church and witnessed a woman getting her head bashed in with a toilet bowl. Like, bow, take that. Never. But in carbonation, I've heard of that. I've never went to church and literally seen little children being molested. But in the Wabi Nation, it happened. So you are. Because I've never seen anyone physically abused in church. But it's going on in these different cults and organizations. And I'm here to tell you, the only way that problem can be solved is for you to walk away. Point blank, period. Stop being a follower. Because a follower, like, let me tell you something, man. A follower is so detrimental to oneself till it's ridiculous. A follower does whatever the leader tells the follower to do. And the follower never questions the leader. So if the leader says, go over there and molest a little girl, you're going to do it because you think that it's right. Because you're a follower. You don't have an individual mind. You think in group thought. And that is what's going on in Carbonation. And that's what's going on in Wabians. And that's what's going on in any of these organizations, religions, ways of life in the conscious community. That plain and simple. Had you not believed in Polite's lies, you wouldn't have been out of thousands of dollars. Let's face it. He's a pimp. He got the gift of gab. He has exactly what it takes in order to take your money. Just like Dr. York did with me. I remember, if you all familiar with, Confessions of the Ex-Nubian, I remember when the W said, if Dr. York is making all of this up, I can at least say that I got pimped by the best. Straight up, that is what exactly came out of his mouth. I'm sitting here like, at that time I was like, I was just like, I didn't say anything. I was like, yeah, I guess so. Hey, listen, man. You're gonna have to walk away from this BS. And if it takes you all to, go back, if that's what it takes for you to go back to church and find your identity and self, do it. And then when you walk away from the church for good, you won't be jumping from one frying pan into another. Because that's what happened to me. I stopped becoming a Christian, believing in Jesus and believing in God. And I became a Nubian, and I started believing in, I knew the Most High at that time. We was studying the ancient Sumerian text. And basically, Dr. Malachi Z. York was copycatting or plagiarizing Zechariah Stinch's work. So I knew the Most High. And Dr. York being Melchizedek, and Jesus being his name, as far as dealing with, the ancient Sumerian text, and what we were dealing with was Sanunda. We call them Sanunda, Tammuz, and Yeshua. You see that? But Nubians are taught not to believe. But all we do is believe. Because Dr. York said, there's going to be a time where I'm going to stop teaching information and I'm going to start teaching you outformation. And that outformation I will not be able to factually prove to you that is facts. He said that out of his mouth. So all of this information that he's coming out with now, as far as dealing with, these supreme beings that made us, that are gay, That's outformation. Asking and Wabian to prove what they're saying is true. Prove it. Summon one of these ships to come down and tell me, these supreme beings, tell me that created us, hey, listen, by the way, we created you all, but we're gay. I want to hear it. But see, this is the thing. When dealing with poverty pimps, fake teachers and leaders, prophet preachers, and prophet preachers, spelled Profit. You don't question them. Once you start questioning them, you'll see that they are full of shit, and that you have wasted your time just like I wasted mine. I can never gain in my years back, but what I can do is focus on the future. What I can do is get my children prepared for the next batch that will come, because when their generation, when they get older, their generation is going to have their version of Polite, their version of Dr. York, their version of Nature Boy, their version of the Hebrew Israelites, their version of Sinetta, their version of Dr. Umar Johnson, and the list goes on. Walk away, man. Become the leader that you are, and stop following. My name is Langston 2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video. Peace.